Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Yelena Belova, the Black Widow from Black Widow. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Right? Yelena Belova, right? Maybe? I don't know. Look, I'm kind of learning about this myself. I know she's an old Marvel character, but it's kind of one of those, yeah, but not a popular Marvel character, so it's okay if none of us know who she is, or her name, or that kind of thing, you know? I'm not saying, you know, she's inconsequential, because at the moment of this recording, I haven't seen the movie, but you have. So in other words, it's out. It's out at this point. But I record these ahead of time to try to have them ready, because I do a lot. I do one a day, takes a lot, so I have to try to make sure that I give myself enough time to, you know, draw a character, record, color, all that stuff. You know, I gotta have it nice and ready. Anyway, the point is, I do these way in advance, and that's kind of a strange place. I'm gonna have to raise that up. I do these way in advance, and this one is, the movie's a couple weeks out, I think. Yeah, not this weekend, but the weekend after it should be coming out. And then this video won't even release until, what, like the weekend after, I think is when I have it planned. So, long story short, too late. Yeah, that I don't have this done yet. Wait, what am I saying? I haven't seen the movie yet. Sorry, I'm concentrating while I'm trying to do this. And I'm a little bit off, right? Because it's like, focus on what you're doing, but also entertain you, right? Which I know I don't need to. A lot of times no one even watches this anyway. This is just me entertaining myself. But for those of you who do watch it, I'm trying to give you a little bit of entertainment so we can talk about, I guess talk about the movie. Well, I guess we can't even talk about the movie right now, right? I mean, I guess we can down in the what do you call it, the comments, because at this point the movie's out, but no spoilers, right? Let's keep this spoiler free for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. We'll give it some time. Obviously, you know, we can't keep that up forever, and obviously we gotta eventually say, well, it's time to talk about it. It's time to you know, say, done. Let's talk. But a lot of people don't talk about spoilers on my videos anyway. A lot of people don't really talk. They just kind of tell me what they want to see. So, where am I going with this? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just kind of babbling while I'm recording. Let's see. Let's bend her ankle like this so I can point that foot out, because I've got her kind of jumping. Right, so I gotta stretch that foot out. That means I bend this ankle way up. So something like that. Not bad, not bad. Okay, now, again, while I'm doing this, all I have to go by are a few screenshots, trailers, things like that. Not much. And so I don't know anything about her character. Like I said, I know my comics, but I don't know 100% everything. And so I'm gonna freely admit I don't know anything about her. And I'm going by pictures, and she has like a staff, like a what do you call it? A staff, a stick. And so I kind of want to put that in her hand. Maybe I should use a ruler to at least get it straight. And then I can come back with detail, but at least I got the length of it straight, right? Okay, so this one, what did I do? I do thumbnails off to the side to try to get the look of it, and then I go back and do the fleshing out of the character, the fleshy character. So I just want to have to go back and look and see, what am I doing? What was I going to do with her hand? I think just a fist. Nothing too crazy. Something like that. I think I've drawn the fist at this angle. Like you can see the inside like that. I've always done it like this, maybe like this, but I don't think I've drawn it like this. So this will be a new one for us. That's pretty awesome. Okay. So that's not too bad. It's just a quick sketch just to try to capture it. I think that's good enough. Let me try to see if I can draw her face real fast. Like, I've always said this before, that I don't have time to draw likenesses. Like, a lot of times I'm happy with the fact of, we'll just say that it is a cosplay person, right? Someone who's dressed up like Yelena Belova. Because if I had time, if I could spend an hour on this and get it right, sure, I could probably make it look like her. But I don't want to spend an hour here. I mean, I do, but I don't want to record for an hour. I want to get you going, get you out the door so you can draw and then go on to other stuff, you know? And that's kind of the whole point, is I want you to be able to come sit down with me for 30 minutes and then you can go do other stuff. 30-minute class, and then you know, you got the rest of the day. So I don't want you to have to spend an hour here with me while I try to get this likeness down, you know? So that's what I say. I was like, you know what, let's just say that it's a cosplay person. Like, it's close enough, right? Something like that, not too bad. Let's get her hair down. I've got some kind of braids that are awesome, you know, don't get me wrong. I don't mean to say like some kind of this crazy dumb, you know, I don't mean like that. I mean that it's an awesome look that I want to try to capture. Something like that. I can live with that. There, I think that's good. Let me erase some of these sketch lines now, because what I like to do is I start off with a sketch, right? I start off with throwing lines down, just trying to find the placement, position, and the proportions. And once I'm good with those, I start pressing harder. Once I'm confident, I press harder. And those are the confidence lines. So when I lightly erase like this, I'm erasing the sketch lines, but the confidence lines take more pressure. Oop, hang on. I think I'm good. Let me. Yeah, so I say I'm happy with that. Sorry, I just got a phone call that threw me off. I'm trying to get back into the rhythm. So I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point and can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. And if you want to see more Marvel or Black Widow or any of that stuff, check out that playlist there, or just check out the playlist in general because I do so many that I may have already drawn what you're looking for. If not, do a search. If not, give me a shout and I'll see what I can do, but for the most part, I might have already drawn it. So I'm just going to jump right in and draw her eyes, like the top of the lids. Something like this. I just like to do that to make sure I've got them level to where I'm going. Looks good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and draw the round part of the eye, like this. And it's so tiny that I can only really do the pupil just like this. And I want it to bleed because these Sharpies will bleed into each other as tiny as that is. So for the bottom of the eye, I don't draw the line. I just kind of come in a little bit like that. Same thing on each side. And then I try to give her like a little bit of an eyelash, right? Because that doesn't mean I'm going to do like a cat eye. It ends up coming out like that sometimes. But I try to just give a feminine eye with a thicker eye line, right? Ooh, those are very prominent lines. I didn't mean to do it like that. But there you go. She's got them. But yeah, for the most part, that's what I try to do. Let's give her some eyebrows. Something like this. Now her head is kind of turned just a little bit, so I will give it just a little bit of a brow like that, but that's it. Anything else and it's too much because it's subtle, and I don't want to like scream at you with the Sharpie because Sharpies they're not subtle. They're loud, you know. All right, so let's see for the nose. There's a nostril. Something like that. Again, I want to draw more lines, but I need to try to keep it subtle so I can let color take care of more of it and it doesn't look like a black nose. You know what I mean? It's like a hard black edge. For her mouth, I'm going to do something like this. Let's draw the top lip. I'm going to try. A lot of times it bleeds into itself and there's nothing I can do, but I'll try. Let's see what I can do here. Something like that. That's not too bad. And the bottom lip I can stretch out a little bit further because the bottom lip stands out a little bit more. Now her whole head is turned just a little bit. I didn't mean to do that, but that's kind of where it went. So let me see if I can adjust for that. And sometimes that's how it is. Once you get going, you got to adjust for where your drawing is going. Well, when you can't erase like I am. And so I'm going to draw the edge of her face like this, and I'm starting to thicken up my outer lines here because when I switch over to that Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to match what it's going to end up looking like. Okay, something like this. Then I'm going to go up to her cheekbones, to the side of her head like that. It's not too bad. Like I said, it tilted the head more than I expected, but I'm fine with that. And bring up the side over here. All right, that looks good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and draw her neck. Usually I start off with a big Sharpie at that point, but since I'm here, I just want to kind of solidify that part right there. And I can see her ear, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Sometimes the hair covers it up, that's why I say it like, ooh, I can see it. You know, I mean, of course you can see the ear, but not always, right? So something like that. And now let's figure out her hair because it's in braids. And see how thick I'm going? You're gonna see why in a second. You don't have to do that because a lot of times you're working with pencil anyway, so you know, I get it if it doesn't quite work for you, so don't feel bad that I'm drawing lines you don't. Okay, so I'm gonna draw kind of a hairline like this, and then I'm going to draw some hairlines up like this because her hair is pulled back in braids, so I kind of want it like it's there, but pulled back, you know? Let's see, so it's gonna kind of come back and do this. And you can't really see the braids from here, I guess. But it's there and it's awesome. So let me try to find a good picture of them to try to get it close. Stop. Something like that. Okay, so I know I want to braid them like here mostly, right? And it's not like it has to be braided. I mean, it just has to look clumped, so to speak, right? Because even here, it doesn't quite look like braids. It looks like just her hair pulled back, you know? There, not too bad. Fix a little mistake I did right there. That's also the nice thing about thickening up my lines is I can kind of hide a few things. Okay, let's switch over to the big Sharpie now, and I'm gonna go ahead and start off with her collar coming through like this. So see how thick this is? That's why I was trying to match it. Makes sense now, right? Collar coming down and over like this. Just draw this shoulder over here too. Now this is a vest, so I can go ahead and draw it out this way. I'm gonna come down here, follow her breast, down to her chest, to, and I've got her legs. Now normally it's tight onto her body, but her legs are spread out a little bit in like a jumping pose. So I'm gonna kind of bend it a little bit because of the way that I've got it pushed up. Okay, or pushed out because of the way her body is going. Now there are some straps. I was kind of leaving a little bit of room for that. Not too much. I don't want to exaggerate it too much, but I do. I always say that. It's like, I don't want to, but I am. And I'm going to, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to embrace it and love it, and life is going to be awesome. Okay, there's some awesome designs on here, but again, I kind of want to do the little stuff on there like those straps. Just to kind of accent it, you know? There's a seam up the middle. Again, I've got it bent at the bottom, so that's why I'm kind of creasing all my little parts right there. All right, awesome. Okay, I need to focus down here. I was ready to start drawing up there, but I started down here. Let's focus. So I'm going to take this little bump that I did and kind of come over here and say, well, that's my strap. That's what I was trying to do. And it's not, I mean, look how I kind of fell off. No big deal. It's not crucial, but I am going to try to follow that line. Go to it like that. And just kind of do that. And again, a lot of this is just going to be all the same color anyway. It's just a small little, it looks like it's manufactured like this, you know? All right, so it does have, again, kind of like that, a couple of seams, or not really seams. They look almost like little rivets that are putting the whole thing together. it's just, like I said, a really cool design that I want to make sure is represented. Ooh, I should draw the edge. Hang on. I started drawing it, but I should draw the edge. Alright, so now I can go to that. Alright. Something like that. Alright, awesome. Let's see, she's got a little shoulder piece here. Can't see that other one, but then there's the collar. There we go. Awesome. So I kind of avoided like drawing breasts and bends and stuff like that by using all this to kind of take up the negative space of the design right there, right? Okay, so let's draw her arms out. So she's got kind of an arm shoulder pad on this one. It's got like 2 layers to it, so I'm gonna kind of come out like this. Following my sketch is really what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna keep going, and I'm gonna come back with that Sharpie and add the detail. Now there are some straps, so I'm still kind of following my shape and also following my design here too. So as much as I'm just kind of like drawing, I'm also remembering that, okay, there's a shape to this, right? So I still have to follow the anatomy, the feel of the arm, the musculature, right? The arm design, her arm shape. So as much as I still want to, you know, add detail and stuff like that, like by adding the strap bumps and stuff like that, I still have to remember that, yeah, but there's an arm under there, you know? So this one, let's see, I've got a couple, 2 more to do, so let's just do something like this. Again, just kind of accenting where I did bumps. Nothing too crucial, but just material, you know? Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me do her little I blew it. I blew the joke. I was trying to say the same thing. What's the one on the Mandalorian? What's it called? Like the flying lotus, whatever that's what I was gonna call it. I ruined the joke. Okay, so our hand is just holding a staff, so we're just basically drawing the thumb, and the fingers are kind of curled under holding the staff. So I'm just going to draw the hand like this. The thumb is built off of it. Now I've sketched out the pole like a line, and so I'm just going to kind of follow my line. I just have no words. I have no words. That phone call really messed me up. It completely threw me off. So I'm just going to kind of follow it and do bumps and just say, well, that's her weird studded staff, kind of like the Black Widow, Natasha's little small handles. She's got it like that for a big staff. And so now I'm just kind of going back up the same way, just adding bumps. Right? And so it's going up. So it's a little crooked, but that's okay because I'm following my initial ruler line. That's what I'm using to say, well, this is where it's going to go in this position or this direction, right? There we go. So, oh, you know what? Let's close off the hand. Now that I have an edge, I can just bring that in. The knuckles are coming around. Like that. That's all you can see anyway, right? Oh, she does have a glove, so let's go ahead and just seal that off. We'll say maybe you can see another digit like that. let's do something like this. I kind of did it with Natasha's, kind of like this crisscross weird studded pattern thing, because I kind of figured that, well, I see what they're going for. I can't draw all the details, but I just wanted to make it look like it's got like this texture on it. So like if you got hit by it, you're not just getting to get hit by a stick, you're getting hit by this grooved pattern knobby stick that would really hurt, you know? Same thing here, just kind of knob it up. We'll say those are grooves. And see how I'm just going randomly, haphazardly. I'm not really trying to make it perfect. Fine with me. Alright, this other one is doing the same thing, just not, I want to say hanging out, but just sticking out. So here's her shoulder. There's our part of the pad. And then kind of the same thing, following her design. While following also the anatomy shape, right? So it looks a little chunky. It looks a little like my hand was shaking, but the whole time I'm trying to get like, you know what I mean, like a bumped, strapped piece of material. And you'll see, because these are going to be colored gray, where they're like strapped across like that. Oh, again. Gotta draw her flying lotus. Or whatever this was. I ruined it. I ruined it. I wish I could remember what they were. Now this is a little different. We're drawing a hand like this for once. Like you're gonna see some of the knuckles on the underside. So we're gonna draw the back of the hand like this. Oops, that was a big bump. Didn't mean to do that. We can see the thumb curled in this way. Fingers are curled in. See that because we're coming at a different angle, it looks a little, well, I don't want to say strange, but a little foreign, you know, a little, we're not used to that because of the way it kind of curls under, but also we're kind of limited with this Sharpie, right? It's a little too big to do something like that. But that's okay, we're trying something new, and that's what's important. All right, so now she has her, she's jumping, so this leg is kind of up, this one's going back, so she's got a belt that I'm kind of stretching across here. It's gonna go under, so I'm gonna bring it and go under like this, go up like this, because of the way it is on her hips, that it would get kind of tucked into a certain point, you know? You gotta kind of think of anatomy or physics, like what gets pushed a certain way whenever you move things, you know, like say your shoulders, you raise your shoulders, that part gets closer to the ear, you know, things move and change as you move and change. You just got to think about that kind of stuff. She's got a gun, so let me draw down to that. And let's just say that you can just see the side of it like this. And we're not too worried about the detail because, again, all you can really see is the side and maybe the handle like that, right? We'll draw that edge. That's kind of the nice thing about drawing guns from the side like this, is you only see certain parts of it anyway. So we're kind of getting away with that. It is strapped to her leg, so we'll do that in a second. Let's go ahead and draw her leg out so you see where we are. Right, so you get a feel for the pose. And she's got knee pads on. So I want to make sure I draw those on top of the clothes. Let's draw this leg out here too. Again, I just want you to get a feel for the pose. And her boots are tucked into her, or her pants are tucked into her boots. So let's go ahead and draw all the way to that, right? That's where they're going to tuck them in. So here's her calf up to her knee, to her thigh, to the crotch, where her pants are bent for the other side of the leg like that, okay? Okay, same thing. Let's draw down to where her boots are tucked in. That way you kind of, again, just get a feel for the entire look, like the shape we're going for. Oh, I almost forgot her knee pad. Okay, now remember, like I said, she's got it strapped in, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a couple of lines over like this. It looks like it's part of the costume, but it does still look like a strap, so I'm going to at least do that, right? Now again, she's got her legs spread out from the jump like this, so I am going to crease up the material just a little bit. Not too much. But I just do want to show that there is a bend in the line of the pants from you know, spreading out in a jump like this, right? I want to do more. I want to draw a whole bunch more, but I need to stop. I need to take it easy. Where I will draw some bends is where the material is like that, especially in the knees. I love drawing bends in the knees because that's where we get a lot of creases. Something like that. And now I'm just going to draw some boots. And let's see, this one's pointed at you, this one's off to the, well, no, I guess it's to the side, but you're looking at a side view of it pointed down. So let me go ahead and draw this one pointed at you from the jump. Okay, and then this one, again, I got it kind of pointed down, so let me do something like this. Right, because the way she's bent, she's really putting stress on the ankle right there, right? Let me add some detail here. Now there's a lot of laces and all kinds of crazy stuff here. We're not going to do all that. I'm just going to try to come up with a little bit of what they have here, which is this really cool, crazy, awesome pattern design. Let's see. I'm just going to come down here, do this. Again, it's a really cool pattern. I want to try to get it to look close. There's no way I can do all that. I guess I should do the laces too, right? To kind of like bring it into a little bit of the detail, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the laces real quick. They should be white, but I don't know. I think it would look better if we just do it. Like go across and do some simple X's. Right? I like that. I like that. One last thing before I finish, I just want to add just a little bit of the eyelets. Let's see if we can do that, because sometimes it's pointless when it's this tiny, like you're not even going to see it anyway, but it gives it a little bit of life, you know, it makes it a little bit more real. Okay, there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Yelena Belova from Black Widow.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.